because you've been eating or preparing foods in a certain way your entire life and everyone else you know does it the same way doesn't mean that it's the best way of eating or preparing whatever foods it is that you're eating or preparing. So here are 10 foods that you're probably eating the wrong way.
Brilliant news!
1. Oranges. Peeling it with your fingers, getting sticky orange juice all over your hands isn't really the best way of peeling an orange. The best way is to get a knife, cut off the top and the bottom of the orange, make a slit in the peel, and unroll your orange to unveil a line of neat and tidy orange segments. 2. Apples. I know what you're thinking. What could you possibly be doing wrong? If you don't mind the skin, apples don't need peeling. You just munch down on it and when you're done, throw away the core. But that's what you're doing wrong, as the entire apple is edible. Just eat the whole thing from the top down or from the bottom up. That way you won't notice the core. Also, you won't have to find a bin to throw the core away. Sure, apple seeds do contain a small percentage of cyanide, but apple seeds have a strong outer layer that's resistant to digestive juices. And if you did chew on the apple seeds, you'd need to finely chew and eat about 200 of them to receive a fatal dose. That's about 20 apples. 3. The banana. This one may also seem like there's no way to improve it. You just pull on the stem and peel the banana. Sure, sometimes the stem doesn't break and it bends, squashing the end of the banana, but that's just something we live with. But we don't have to. Turn the banana around, like the monkeys do, and open it from the bottom. This way is much easier and you don't get a squashed banana end. 4. Hard-boiled egg. We've all experienced the annoyance of a hard-boiled egg sticking to the shell, making it very difficult to peel. But it doesn't always have to be like that. Contrary to the thousands of tips on the internet that don't seem to always work, here's one we found that does work. Add your eggs to boiling water rather than cold water. This will stop the egg from sticking to the shell in the first place, as putting the eggs in cold water and slowly bringing it up to the boil causes the proteins in the egg to coagulate slowly, and they can end up fusing with the inside membrane of the eggshell. But adding eggs to boiling water means that those proteins seize up immediately, peeling away from the inside of the shell. And once you have a shell that's not stuck to the egg anymore, it's up to you what method you choose to peel it. 5. Chicken wings. Gnawing on the bones of chicken wings can be annoying, but if you're gnawing on the bones, then you're not doing it right. Simply hold the chicken wing horizontally and twist the ends back and forth until you feel the cartilage break. This will loosen both bones and make it much easier to pull them out, leaving you with just chicken meat to chew on. 6. Pistachio nuts. At some point or another, whilst eating pistachio nuts, we've all come across that one nearly closed pistachio nut that taunts us with its tiny little gap, but refuses to open without having to use heavy machinery. Well, don't worry, because you don't need any heavy machinery. All you need is one of the shells you've already discarded. Simply jam it in the tiny gap and twist. Easy. 7. Yogurt. You go to the fridge, get out a yogurt, open the lid, and see a horrible layer of watery stuff on top. No biggie, just pour it down the sink. Said someone who doesn't know what they're doing. That horrible water on top is called whey, and it's only there because the yogurt's settled and the whey's come to the top. In fact, if you ate fresh yogurt, then you'd be eating that whey anyway. And seeing as it contains protein and calcium, it would be silly to throw it away. So the best way to eat this whey is just to mix it up in the yogurt before you eat it. You won't notice it at all, plus you'll be consuming all of the yogurt's essential nutrients. 8. Leftover pizza. If you like eating your leftover pizza cold, then you're missing out. But if you like to warm it up using a microwave or an oven, then you're also missing out. As the best way is to fold your pizza slices up and put them in a waffle iron. That way you get a crispy outside and melted cheese on the inside. 9. Pizza space. You've got an oven and you want to cook 2 shop-bought pizzas. But there's not enough room in your oven. They overlap on the tray. Well, who said that you have to cook pizzas all in one piece? Just cut them in half before you put them in the oven. You see? Now they all fit on the baking tray. Pretty simple, really. 10. A cup of cocoa. On those cold winter nights, a cup of hot drinking cocoa can be the best thing. And it's easy to make too. Just get a mug of hot milk and add the drinking cocoa, and you're good to go. That is, if you don't mind missing out on improving the flavour. Try adding a small pinch of salt and stirring it into the drink. You'll be surprised at how much richer the drink tastes. Do you agree with our list? Which ones have you been doing wrong? Please let us know in the comments below.